Morning, students. We're going to start data structures using C++. Okay. So our topic is string manipulation. Manipulation. Okay. Topic is string manipulation. So they might ask the question like, write briefly about the string manipulation in arrays. Okay. So how they are going to ask the question means, write briefly about the string manipulation in arrays. Okay. So they might ask the question like this. So what answer you are going to write? So what is a string actually? String is nothing but a group of characters. A group of characters together is called as a string. Okay. So string is nothing but the character array. We can say character array. Usually we work with functions. Okay. We work with library functions. Functions for read and write. Okay. To read and print. To read and print the complete. To read and print the complete string. Okay. String. So, but here you will find a set of solved C programs exam based on the string manipulation. We will play with strings and make all programs without using a string.h header file. Okay. So string is nothing but a character of arrays. Usually we work with library functions to read and print the complete string. Okay. So usually we work with we work we work with library functions. Okay. So if you want this group of functions to work, you have to use string.h header file. Okay. String.h header file is used, okay, to work all the string functions. String.h header file is required. Header file is required. Okay. So C++ provides two types of string representations: the C style character string, the string class type introduction with standard C++. Okay, so there may be a two types of string representations. One is a C style character string, another one is class type. Okay, in C++. Okay, in C++ it is a class type. In C language it is like string character string. Okay, the C style character string. Okay. So, okay, in C style, what are the things we are having? Functions and purpose. Okay, we'll see the string functions and purpose. What are the functions? Functions and purpose. Functions and purpose. Okay, so first one is strcpy. Okay, strcpy s1 comma s2. Okay, s1 comma s2. So what this function will do? strcpy is a string function, so it will copy the string s1 to s2. Okay, so two strings we are having, x1 is one string, s2 is one string. So to copy the string 1 to string 2, we have to use strcpy function. Okay, so we have to use this functions and purpose for defining all the different types of, okay, all the different types of strings. Okay, so what is its purpose means? It copies, okay, copies string s2 to string s2 into string s1. It copies the string s2 to string s1. And another one strcat s1 strcat s1 comma s2 string cat. Okay, so what is this string cat? String cat is nothing but concatenates string s2 onto the of end of string s1. Okay, so strcat is nothing but string concatenation. So concatenate string s2 onto the end of the string s1. So concatenation means what? Combining two words. Okay, for example, welcome is there, so I want welcome to be combined together. Then in string s1 I will define well, in string s2 I will define a come. So if I concatenate both, okay, if I write strcat s1 comma s2, so welcome will be displayed on the screen. So to concatenate we have to use strcat. So copy means what? Whatever s1 is there, the same thing will be displayed in s2 also. For example, in s1 ram is there, then s2 also will display ram only. Okay, so third one string function is string length one of s1. Okay, string length of s1. Okay, so string length s1, strlen s1. So what it does means it returns the length, it returns the length of string s1. Okay, so it returns the length of string s1. Next, fourth type is strcmp, string compare s1 comma s2, which returns 0 if s1 and s2 are the same. Okay, so strcmp s1 comma s2 means it returns 0 if s1 and s2 are same. Okay, strcmp is what? To compare the two strings we are using strcmp. Comparison means if it is written 0 if they are same, if both are same, s1 and s2 are same, it will return 0. If they are not same, it will return 1. Okay, 0 return 0 if s1 and s2 are the same. Okay, so less than 0 it will display if s1 is less than s2. If s1 is less than s2, it will display uh, less than 0. Greater than 0, greater than 0. Okay, when it is going to display if s1 is greater than s2, if s1 is greater than s2, it will display strcm greater than 0. Next, strchr, string char s1 comma ch. Okay, returns a pointer, it returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Okay, so what is string char s1 comma no, तीन लावर. String char, okay, s1 comma ch returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Okay, it returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Next is str, two strings str s1 comma s2. So what it does, it returns a pointer, it returns a pointer to the first occurrence of string s2 in string s1. Okay, so string s1 comma s2 means which returns a pointer to the first occurrence of string s2 in string s1. Okay, first occurrence of string s2 to string s1. So that is string s1 comma s2. String char s1 comma ch means returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character, which returns a pointer. Okay, returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Okay, that is string char. So these are all the different types of functions and its purposes. So there are Okay, different types of functions. In that, the 6 are defined. So first one is string copy strcpy s1 comma s2, which copies the string s1 into string s1, s2 string s2 into the string s1. String cat s1 comma s2. Okay, cat means what? Concatenates. So here, which concatenates string s2 onto the end of the string s1. And next one is string length s1, which returns the length of string s1. Okay, string len s1 means which returns the length of string s1. strcmp s1 comma s2, which returns 0 if s1 and s2 are the same, less than 0 if s1 is less than s2, and greater than 0 if s1 is greater than s2. Okay, so s1 is less than s2. If it is less than 0 if s1 is less than s2, greater than 0 if s1 is greater than s2. String char, okay, strchr s1 comma ch, which returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Okay, returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character, first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Okay, so string comma string s1 comma s2, which returns a pointer to the first occurrence of string s2 in string s1. Okay, so these are all the different types of functions in, okay, functions of string. So next we'll write a program. Hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, cstring.h, int main, yeah, hash include iostream.h, hash include cstring.h, cstring.h. Okay, next int main, int main function. Okay, so we can take a character, we can take void main or int main also. So first string will write character str1 string 1 of size 15, string 1 of size 15 is equal to hello. Next we will define character string 2, character string 2 of 15 is equal to world. Next third one is character string 3 of 15. Okay, character string 3 of 15. Next integer length str, integer length we will have strcpy string copy string 3 comma string 1. Okay, string copy string 3 comma string 1. Cout string copy string 3 comma string 1, close. Okay, so display string 3, display string 3. Okay, and L, close. Next again, that is our string copy. Now we'll do string concatenation. strcat string concatenation string 1 comma string 2, string 1 comma string 2. Okay, cout display string concatenate string cat string 1 comma string 2. Okay, string 1. Okay, so whatever it is, it will be in string 1 only. End L. Okay, end line. Then one more function is the length. To find the length of a string, length is equal to strlen string length str of 1. Okay, so what is the length of a string s1? We will find out. C out strlen string length of string 1 is len length. Okay, it is going to display end L. Okay, return 0. Get ch function close. So this is a program on strings. Okay, so the same thing we will do it as a program. Mm, okay, so you all can see my screen. Here we are going to type the program. Okay, on strings, program on strings, program on string manipulation. So this is also one of the important question. Hash include iostream.h. Hash include iostream.h. Hash include string.h. String.h. String spelling wrong. String function. Void main function. Void main function. First one. Character str string 1. Character string 1 of 15 is equal to hello, hello. Character string 2 of 15 is equal to Walden. Character string 3. Character of string 3 15. Okay, so three things have different: string 1, string 2, and string 3. So in string 1 we are having hello statement, in string 2 we are having a world statement, and also we are going to declare a int length. Okay, integer type of length to store a length of a string s1. So first one is what we are going to do means copy. Okay, hello is there, so the same hello it should be copied to string s2 also. In string s1 hello is there, in string 2 world is there. So if I use strcpy string 1 comma string 2, so okay, whatever s2 is there that will be copied to s1. Okay, so string copies the string s2 into s1, means world will be copied to string s1 also. Okay, so we'll see that one. Strcpy string copy strcpy string 3 sorry. So string 3 comma string s1 will do. So what string 3 comma s1 means, in string s1 whatever is there, that will be copied to string 3. String 3 we are not having anything, so in string 1 and string 3 there will be hello hello only. Okay, so see, we'll see cout str py string copy str3 comma str1. Okay, so close bracket, close double quotes, close double quotes, and display string 3 and endl also, endl. Next line to display it, and next line we are to use, that is string copy. String copy is done. Next we will do a string concatenation, strcat. String concatenates string 1 comma string 2. Okay, as already we have said, what string concatenation will do, concatenation, it will add the first word to second word, means hello world, it will display string 1 hello, string 2 world, it will display in beside only. Okay, so we'll see the output also here. Cout string concats str1 string 1 comma string 2 string 2. Okay, close double quotes, str string. Okay, close double quotes, close double quotes. Next string 1 and endl. Next length, if you want to find the length of the string, length l is equal to strlen, string length of str1. So what is the length of a string, it will display in length. Length is equal to strlen of string 1. So what is the length of a string 1? hello means 5. 1 2 3 4 5, 5 it has to display. Okay, so length of is hello is 5, means how many characters we are having in hello, 5. So it will be considered as that one. Cout strlen, string length of str1. Okay, close length, close and the endl. Okay, get search function. Okay, so we'll see the output. If there are any errors or not, we'll see there are 2 errors. Length equal to statement missing, so we can't double. Okay, one error, what is that? Function getSet should have a prototype, right? So getSet should have a prototype, so hash include conio.h is also required. Conio.h header file. Now we'll see. So that's the output. String copy string cpy, first one is string copy string 3 comma string 1, means in string 3 there is nothing, but string 1 is copied to string 3, that's why hello is displayed. In string concatenation st1 comma st2, so hello world is displayed. So string length of string 1, so string length of string 1 is 10. So hello world. Okay, because in string 1 we are having hello world, HELLOWORLD, because string concat has happened, that's why hello world it is going to count. So hello world is how many characters, HELLOWORLD, so 10. So it is going to display the length of the string s1 is 10. Okay, so this is all about string topic. Okay, it is about string manipulation. Okay, okay, so this is all about string in the program. I hope you all have understood the same program we wrote, same program we are reading. Okay, so the next topic is, we'll continue with the next topic. Okay, so strings are completed. So next topic we'll start stacks. Okay, so what is a stack? Stack is a linear data structure. Okay, so what is a stack? Stack is a abstract data type we can call, and also it is a linear data structure. Okay, so how to define a stack? So this is all about stack. Okay, what is a stack? So alright, a stack is an abstract data type. Okay, ADT. What is stack? Stack is an abstract data type commonly used in most programming languages. Stack is an abstract data type which is commonly used in most programming languages. So it is a simple data structure that allows adding and removing of elements in a particular order. Okay, so what this stack will do? So it is simple. It is simple. Okay, it is a simple data structure. Stack is an abstract data type commonly used in most programming languages. Okay, so it is simple data structure. It is a simple data structure. Okay, so it is simple data structure that allows adding and deleting, adding and removing elements, moving elements in a particular order. Okay, in a particular order. So adding and deleting is done in a particular order. Okay, in what type of order we'll see. So every time an element is added, it goes on top of the stack. The only element that can be removed is the element that was on the top of the stack. Okay, so in a particular order means it is going to add the element at top of the stack only. Okay. So every time an element is added, it goes it goes on the top of the stack. It goes on the top of the stack. Okay, the only element that can be removed. Okay, every time an element is added, it goes on top of the stack. The only element that can be removed is the element that was at the top of the stack. At the top of the that was at the top of the stack. Okay, the only element that can be removed was at the top of the stack. Okay, so what is a stack? A stack is an abstract data type commonly used in most programming languages. It is simple data structure that allows adding and removing of elements in a particular order. Okay, to add or remove an element in a particular order, we use a stack. So every time an element is added, it goes on top of the stack. The only element that can be erased is added. Okay, so every time an element is added, it goes on the top of the stack. The only element that can be removed is the element that was at the top of the stack. So only the element that was at top of the stack was removed. So remaining all the elements are again not removed. What is that? We'll see. Basic features of stack. We'll see. basic features of stack. Okay, so what are the basic features of stack? Okay, so basic features of stack, we'll see basic features of stack. Basic features of stack. So first one is stack is an ordered list of similar data types. Stack is an ordered list of similar data type. Okay, so that is the first feature of stack. Stack is an ordered list of similar data type, means it can hold either integer, or either it can hold a float, or either it can hold a character. So only three types it can hold: either it can hold integers, either it can hold the characters, or it can hold a decimal numbers. Okay, so stack is an ordered list of similar data type. Okay, second point, stack is a LIFO structure. LIFO structure. Okay, that is last in first out. Last in first out. Okay, it follows stack is a LIFO structure which follows last in first out. Okay, last in first out means whichever the element you have placed last, that is the first element to remove. Okay, so that's why stack follows a LIFO structure, that is last in first out. Okay, stack follows last in first out principle. Okay, stack is an order list of similar data type, and stack is a LIFO structure, that is last in first out. It follows last in first out principle. Next is push function. Push function is used to insert new elements into the stack, and pop is used to delete an element from the stack. So push function is used to insert a new elements into the stack, and pop is used to delete the element from the stack. Pop is used to delete the element from the stack. Delete the element from the stack. Next point. Both insertion and deletion are allowed at only one end. Both insertion and deletion are allowed. Okay, so both insertion and deletion are allowed at only one end of stack called top. Okay, so only insertion and deletion are done at only at one end, that is at top of the stack. Insertion and deletion are done at only one end. Okay, so one more point is there, basic features. Stack is said to be in overflow. What do you mean by overflow state? When it is completely completely, when it is completely full, and is said to be in underflow. And it is said to be in state, underflow state, if it is said to be in underflow state uh, if it is completely empty. Sorry, if it is in underflow state, if it is complete empty. Okay, so this is about, okay, how many. Okay, so these are the basic features of stack, and also we are having implementation of stack. So implementation of stack, and implementation of stack, we'll see what is the so implementation of stack. Stack can be implemented using an array or a linear linked list. Okay, so stack can be implemented using an array using an array or a linked list. Arrays are quick. Arrays are quick, but are limited. Are limited in size. They are limited in size, and linked list requires overhead. Overhead to allocate. Okay, link unlink and deallocate, but is not limited. But is not limited in size. But is not limited in size. Okay, so here we will implement stack using array. Okay, so we are going to look for a stack using array only. So implementation of stack is nothing but a stack can be implemented using an array or a linear linked list. Arrays are quick but are limited in size, and linked list requires a overhead to allocate. So link, unlink, and deallocate, but is not in limited in size. Here we will implement a stack using an array. So using an array, it is easy to implement. Okay, so we'll end our class here.